The phrase, girls just want to have fun, was born into pop culture 20 years ago when this artist released her first album. Please welcome the original pop star, Cyndi Lauper. How are you?
I got you some presents. Gifts from the natives. For your little... For me? Well, not for you. For your buddies. You know, for your buddy who, your dog who has the incontinence problem. It's a little... you know, and some panties. You know, I have 2 Labradors, and...
They're big.
Yeah, unfortunately, my husband always had Dachshunds, so when we got together, he said, no, I want a real dog. So we got, you know, we got 1 dog, and I had some cats, and they died off. I have 1 left, and the dog was starting to act like a cat, so we had to get a dog for the dog.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And I want to know how your little boy is, Declan. How's he doing?
Oh, gosh. I'll show you a picture after. Yo, he's doing good. Well, he cried when I left. I felt very bad. I didn't want to go, you know.
Because, do you know what? It's like, you must all remember Cyndi when she was pregnant and on tour with Cher at the time.
No,
Tina. It was Tina.
It was
and
Tina.
Your belly was like this,
That's
and
true.
all your stage outfits were just perfect.
Well, you know, because it was supposed to be if pregnant is sexy, because when I was pregnant, I went looking for clothes. Everything looked like a shoe bag. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
So my friend who was styling me at the time, Kika Mingus, said to me, Sin, let's go to trashy lingerie. So I thought it was perfect because I always loved Edith Chacon. Did you ever see her in the 80s?
Yes.
She always had like a big butt and a big stomach, and she was with the skinny dancers behind her, and she was wearing a dance skin in front of a blue screen. So I figured, you know, it's a sexy image. That's what I'm going to do. So I wore those tight lace outfits, you know. I wore one that looked like you could see my skin.
Through it. Yeah, I remember.
But you couldn't, obviously.
But how far into your pregnancy did you tour through?
That's 7 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't, you know, at the end of your pregnancy when you start talking like a drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I got off.
Yeah, so that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, now, I noticed you back on Epic.
I know. Well, I needed to go away for a while. I couldn't take it. I went away, and I wanted to do a whole indie thing, and I did a couple of them, and every time in the last company that I chose, it went under. And I was lucky to get my music back, but it brought me closer to the people again. And Cher has been like an unbelievable force that came into my life, you know, because the first time I didn't even want to go on tour. I was like, I don't have an album, I can't. And the second time, you know, it's like I was going for a 3-month tour. It felt like I was gone for years, you know. And but it was still an extraordinary experience. And I believe in my heart, always, that sisterhood is a powerful thing. And to have a woman in the business who is in a position of power to turn around and be such a help to me made me feel like, okay, it wasn't just a dream some of us had in the 60s when you were kids. It's a real thing that could be.
It does exist, very much so. It really does.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Women, when they stick together, they can move mountains.
I think so.
Yeah, women can do anything. Now, the classics.
Well,
Come on, they're...
You know, they're standards, but they're not really standards. They're kind of low with the standards a little bit now. You know, I thought, I went back and forth on this. I waffled.
Should I, shouldn't I?
Well, no, you know, I love to interpret songs. So I was working on this Japanese project, which I love because you can't get hurt, you know. You can
Nobody
do
knows. No, if you mess up, nobody knows it's in Japan. That's
no, you know,
it would be crazy. I mean, still is over there for Cyndi. It's huge. They adore you. You're like a goddess over there. I remember once...
Really?
We went...
Still?
No, still. We went with the kids and I were there, I don't know, maybe about 7 years ago, and every time we turned on the TV, you were advertising pizza.
Oh, that was so much fun. Oh my gosh, I got to act in Japanese. And like every time. Every time it's like she's on again. But it was so funny, wasn't it funny?
It was very funny.
Come on. What'd you see, the one where I fell out of the plane? My favorite was the very twisted Little Red Riding Hood. It was kind of a Vivienne Westwood outfit with the cage and on my hips and everything, and I had the hood on, and I came up to Grandma's house, and I knocked on the door, and I was like, "Oba-chan, Oba-chan," and then the wolf came, you know, or the wolf answered the door, and then I looked at the camera, and I went, you know, it was hilarious. I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard, I could hardly believe it. And then I did so much there. I can't even fathom
not
what I
only
did.
that, I have to tell you, Kelly, you remember we first met you when we came to the Royal Albert Hall to see you. I brought the kids to see you. Kelly must have been, I don't know, maybe 8, and then she said she wanted hair like yours. And I'm like, wait, Kelly, wait. And she waited until she was like 15, and she's never stopped changing her hair and the colors and this and the whole thing. She has you to thank for it. And thank you.
You do your hair.
It grows back. No, nothing like that. It does. It does.
Listen, you know what? And this is not to say anything against anybody, but sometimes, like I was doing this show one time, and this kid had piercing on her. I looked at her, I was thinking to myself, oh my God. And she thanked me for allowing her to do that to herself. And I looked at her and I said, listen, not for nothing, and this is not judgmental, but, you know, hair grows back. What you did, don't blame that on me. That's, you got issues. Whatever you know. No, but you know what I mean? I understand how that feels. I mean, I wanted to get an earring over here. I always loved the thing, the Indian, like the Indians. I thought, oh my God, that's so beautiful, you know. But you know, I live in New York. It's cold weather, runny nose. It's not right.
Not boogers hanging off the chain.
See, now I didn't go there, but you went right there. Yeah, that's
okay.
not. It's not good.
What are you going to sing for us today?
Oh, at last, the title song.
Don't go away, because after the break, Cyndi is going to perform at last. Thank you. Performing the title track from her new album, At Last. Put your hands together for Cyndi Lauper.
found a dream that I could speak to.
Cyndi's new CD at last. It's in stores now. Buy it. It's unbelievably beautiful. Thank you, Cyndi, so much.